Guys, I'm glad you're taking advantage of this video. After talking with Coach Steve, we wanted to really come up with the most effective exercises that are not going to waste your time to get better on the hill. So having said that, I want to walk you guys through and waste no time and go right into those. These exercises are intended to not only unlock range of motion, but also activate the range of motion that you're going to need on the hill, okay? So let's get into the first one, all right? We're talking about the body. You guys know it's going to be the ankles, the knees, and the hips that you guys are going to have high demands on it. That's what we're focusing on, these three joints. Let's focus on the first joint, okay? So you can actually do this in your skis. All you're going to need to do is lean up against something. So take your feet hip width, bring your knees all the way past your toes, and keep your heels on the ground. That's the ankle bending upward. We need more of that. So I'm going to use this pole to hang on, and I'm going to keep my heels on the ground. That's the important part. You should probably feel something right here. So that's the ankle getting a little bit more range of motion. Now, as you guys get that stretch and as you guys are pushing more, okay, leaning farther, see how my ankle is bending more and more? You could lean back now. Try to pull your toes up towards your knees. You're going to feel burn the shins. Just keep repeating that. So hold for 5. Stretch, stretch, stretch. After that stretch, keep the heels on the ground. Lean back. Pull your toes up. You guys are going to get more range of motion there, okay? So that's one exercise. Doing about 4 or 5 rounds of 5-second holds followed up by a 3-second squeeze, okay? That's your ankle. We're going to go to knees after that, okay? Bring your feet and knees together. This one's kind of weird, but you're going to take them around and around. We're going to need tibial rotation. So as you guys hit different demands for, angulation of the body, when you're hitting different sides of the slope and the hill, you guys are going to need a lot of that. So keep your feet, knees, hip width, take them around in a circle one way, and then the other. Just get loose, all right? Let's move into the hip. You're going to grab a wall, anything you can hold on to. This is going to be on you to put a lot into this because that's the only way you're going to get something out of it. So what I mean is hug yourself to a wall, okay? We're trying to gain more hip flexion. This is hip flexion. You need more hip flexion. We're trying to gain more of that, okay? So put your back against the wall, hold on to something. All you're going to do is you're going to raise your leg up as high as you can without moving anything else in your body, and that's going to give you that true strength and activation that you need. Try to get up as high as you can. Keep the knee right in line with the ankle and go up as high. You try it again. Do the other side. If you're feeling good, you could just make more athletic switches, which is even a lot tougher. You can use that as an activation drill. But all we did is we went over 3 drills for the ankles, knees, and hips to unlock some ROM. Now to give you, again, the most bang for your buck. All right, this is one of the best drills ever. You can get a roller, anything just against the wall, just to keep the knee. So you're going to take this, just like so, okay? That's it. You can grab one of your ski poles. You don't need this, but you can use it as an aid, okay? So from here, all I'm going to do is I'm just going to bend forward at the waist. Now there's a lot that we can do with this, and that's the reason why I picked this exercise. So when you guys are skiing, you're bending your knees, your hips. All right, we can go into that if we want. You're going to see. We're going to use rotation. So keeping this roller right here, I'm going to hinge forward at the waist. I'm going to turn. Just try doing this with me. Do 5 like this. Turn your chest all the way, the opposite direction. Okay? So your knees in line, everything's in line. Use that same side hip to push away. You're going to feel your butt burn, okay? All right, so doing 5 of those. Good, rest. Stick with that leg. Let's add some knee flexion. You're going to see a real big demand on this leg. You're going to feel this is going to burn to go all the way down, bend that knee, okay? Come all the way up. So I'm going to bend that knee, look at that, down and all the way up. You can see how much I'm working there and exactly what I'm doing. You're going to feel everything on your leg activate. So that's taking your hip through that internal and external rotation, what you're going to need. If you don't understand, that's what we're going to need, a lot of that rotational type movement. All right, so doing 2 sets before the hill would be perfectly fine. Doing 5 reps with leg straight, 5 reps with knee bent, perfectly fine, okay? After that, I wanted to leave you guys with a series that you guys can do and take it into progressions. So Coach Ashley, why don't you come out here? All right. So You can do this with your poles. You can do this with your 2 sliders or even socks on the wooden ground. You can do it on your skis. I really wanted to give you guys something that you could do anywhere. So Coach Ash is going to show you what's up. All right, she's going to hop on. All right. So let's first just stand straight up, and she's going to turn her feet all the way to one side and another. So you guys have been instructed in skiing to keep your chest down the hill, right? And it's just this that's being articulated. So we're just warming that up, okay? So now Ash could actually go down to a more, functional type, stance that's more applicable to skiing where her knees are bent. And now she could try the same exercise. Bring your feet a little closer together, hip width, there you go, a better skiing position, okay? To keep your skis in sync, you could put 2 of these together or keep your socks together, and basically just make them one. You guys might like that or might feel a little bit more torque, even though the skis are separate. So I do recommend putting them separately. All right, cool. Thanks, Ash. All right, so that's a little bit of range of motion activation stuff. Doing that for 30 seconds. Now, if you wanted to take this to a higher level, all right, if you guys are feeling good for it, go ahead, Ash. All right, so she's going to take those poles again. All right, you can make it plyometric, so bend your knees. Okay, go ahead and just jump to one side and then back to the middle. Go ahead and do it continuously now. There you go. She's keeping her chest facing forward and she's just turning her hips, feet and knees pointing the same direction. All right, and relax. How was that?
Good.
All right, perfect. All right, relax. You got, yeah, throw those back. Yeah, you're done with those for sure. All right, Ash, and show the highest level of progression for this one. So guys, if you're feeling like that wasn't really taxing you, try this one. This is holding on to nothing, so you got a lot of instability. All right, keep your chest facing forward. There you go. Feet and knees together. All right, point it on the direction. Good. All right, thanks. Thanks, Coach Ash. All right, guys. So when we're talking about like the most effective exercises, that is really the best that I can come up with. That's not going to waste your time. So we worked on, opening up the ankle. We worked on opening up the knees for rotation, more hip, unlocking more hip range of motion and flexion. I gave you a good exercise to warm up all those rotators in your hips, and then putting it all together in one package where you're taking feet and knees together and keeping your chest down the hill. That really would be, I would say, a power program to get you guys ready and to give you what you need to attack the hill and for what's to come. Thanks for watching, guys. See you soon.